guys how to play Bad Blood, Taylor's version, on the guitar. So here's a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this tutorial today, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we only have 4 different chord shapes to play through this song, and we're going to start with our C major, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginner course right here on YouTube, so make sure to check that out. The next chord is our G major. After that we have our D major. And then the last chord shape is our E minor. And those are the only chords you need to know to play the song. So go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to memorize those chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them. The beautiful thing about this song is the order that I showed you the chord shapes in is the exact order that we'll be using for the entire song. So as long as you can transition between them, that should be no problem. And if you're somebody who needs help with transitioning your chords faster, I do have a playlist on my other channel, Forever Faithful, where we go through that skill in real time together, so make sure to check that out. But once you have those chords memorized and you can transition between them, we can talk about the strumming for this song. So as I always say, if you are a beginner or somebody who struggles with singing and playing at the same time, the first thing I would suggest doing is to bring up the song and go ahead and play through it with a single down strum on every chord change as you sing through the song. And just take this time to really get used to what word you're singing whenever those chords are changing. So here's a quick example of what that would look like. 'Cause baby, now we got bad blood. You know we used to be mad love. So take a look what you've done. 'Cause baby, now we got bad blood. Alright? So basically you would want to do that for the entire song and just really know wherever those chords are changing. And this is actually something you can do right now if you check out my Patreon page. I do have this entire guide available to download and print out, so I'll make sure to leave that link in the description box down below. But once you've done that, we can talk about a more full strumming pattern that you can use with this song. Alright guys, so the main pattern I want to show you today, as you can see, is down, down, up, down, 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 up. So let's go ahead and zoom in and talk a little bit more about this rhythm. Alright guys, so we are going to be in a 16th note rhythm today, so if you don't know what that means or how to count that, I do cover that in my free beginner course, so I'll make sure to link that right here. But basically, let's go ahead and break this down. We have 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. And basically all you want to do is play this pattern through one time for each chord pairing. Now what do I mean by that? Let me go ahead and add a vertical line after the first 2 down strums, and what this is going to represent is where we're going to want to change chords. So for example, we're going to go from C to G, so on the left half would be the C chord with the 2 down strums, and then you'd finish out the rest of the pattern on the G chord, and then same thing with your next 2 chords, D and E minor. D would get the 2 down strums, E minor would get the rest. So basically you want to play this entire pattern through one time per chord pairing. Okay, and once you get this, you can actually use this for the entire song. So let's go ahead and put some chords in there to see how that sounds. On our left half we have C, down, down, then you switch to your G chord and finish out the pattern, up, down, 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 up. Alright, again, down, down, up, down, 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 up. Alright, and then same thing with your D to E minor. On D we have down, down, and then finish it out on E minor, up, down, down, down. Okay? Down, down, up, down, down, down. So if you put all of the chords together in progression like that, it'll sound like this. We have C, and if you speed it up just a little bit, you can see that we'll use this actually throughout the entire song. So let me go ahead and show you the chorus as an example. 'Cause baby, now we got bad blood. Now we used to be bad love. Take a look what you've done. Baby, now we got bad blood. Alright, and it works for the verses as well. So let's take a look at verse 1. Did you to do this? I was thinking we could be trusted. Did you have to ruin what was shiny? Now it's all rusted. Alright, so if you're new to strumming patterns in general, and also 16th note strumming patterns specifically, this might take a little bit of time to get down, so just make sure to pause the video and really understand how to count this rhythm and then get used to all of the downs and up strums. But once you have that down, one little extra thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is adding a palm mute. So if you don't know what that is, basically you're taking the side of your playing hand and you're going to gently rest that on your strings as close to the bridge of your guitar as possible. And now whenever you strum down, you'll hear it's a little bit more dampened, a little bit more muted instead of like a ringing chord. And basically if you keep your hand here as you strum all the down strums, it makes it a little bit more like punchy, drummy rhythm, and it sounds really good with the verses of this song in my opinion. So with the palm muting, our strum pattern sounds more like this. And I like to use that for the verses. Did you have to do this? I was thinking we could be trusted. Did you have to ruin what was shiny? Now it's all rusted. And then when I get to the chorus, I like to let it ring out. But it's exactly the same strumming pattern. 'Cause baby, now we got bad blood. Now we used to be mad blood. Take a look what you've done. So that is the main strumming pattern that you can use basically throughout this entire song. However, there is one extra little strumming pattern I wanted to show you. So let's go ahead and look at strumming pattern 2. Hey, really quick. In addition to the printable guide we've been looking at, did you know I also offer customizable backing tracks, polls for what songs you want to learn next, and even video chats if you're having trouble? You can unlock all these perks and more if you become a patron, which helps me grow my channel and make more videos just like this one. Or if Patreon's not your thing, you can still help me out a lot by giving me a thumbs up and leaving a comment below to help me reach more people in YouTube's recommendations. It only takes a second but makes a huge difference. So thanks so much and let's get back into it. Alright guys, so for the second strumming pattern, as you can see, it's just 7 down strums followed by an X, which is a mute. So let's go ahead and break this down and zoom in. Alright guys, so for the second strumming pattern, it's going to be counted with an 8th note pattern. So basically we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, that X at the end is just going to represent where we're going to mute our strings. So instead of playing that last beat, you would just kind of tap your strings like this to stop them from ringing. And I actually only use this on the last D chord in the pre-choruses and the bridge. You'll hear when we put a chord to it, how it like builds up into the next part of the song. So I'm going to put my D chord on. You would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, mute. Okay, and when you put it in context with the song, it really makes a lot more sense. So let me show you how that goes. In the pre-chorus, we have our previous strumming pattern. Oh, it's so sad to think about the good times you went. And then here on the D chord, you can see C and G before it. I was like C, down, up, down, 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 up on G. So that's just like before. But here on this D chord above I like to switch into the second strumming pattern. You and I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, mute. Okay? And when you put that together and then go into the chorus, you'll see how it like really builds up. How it kind of like builds up and then like all of a sudden stops and then you get back into the strumming. I think it sounds a lot like the original song. So basically I only use this down strum pattern for the ends of the pre-choruses and then also again in the bridge. It leads to fix bullet holes. You say sorry just for sure. If you live like that, you live with ghosts. If you love like that, blood runs cold. totally optional if you want to add it in. I do think it's a lot of fun to play, but you could play the entire song through with just that first main strumming pattern as well. But yeah, those are the strumming patterns for this song. Alright guys, so again, pause the video and take as much time as you need to really get these strumming patterns under your belt, get them internalized so you can play them without counting the rhythm, and that'll make singing on top of it a lot easier. But once you have all of that taken care of, we can go ahead and put everything we've learned together to play through the song. Cause baby, now we got bad love. You know it used to be mad love. So take a look what you've done. Baby, now we got bad blood. Now we got problems, and I don't think we can solve them. You made a really deep cut. Baby, now we got bad blood. Did you have to do this? Want to have fun jamming out to the rest of the song with me? Yeah! Then make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other Swiftie sing-along guitar tutorials. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only does it have a super similar vibe, but it's just as fun and easy to play, so I'll see you over there. Bye!